Hello and welcome to Dragon's Den. As we know, the landscape of business is constantly evolving. One of the current areas of growth is communications technology, and more specifically, the exploding market for iPhone applications. It's an area where serious money can be made, but only with a really good product. Our first entrepreneur believes he's come up with a world-beating application. Let's see what the Dragons make of it. Former car engine designer Angus O'Hoka came up with the idea for his app while listening to the radio in his own car. Frustrated at not being able to discover the name of a great song, Angus decided there should be software to do it for him.
Hello Dragons, my name is Angus O'Hoka and I'm here today to tell you about an exciting new business opportunity called Grab Radio. Today I'll be pitching for €50,000 in return for 10% of my company. To kick things off, I'd like to show you a short video which shows you how the idea for Grab Radio came about and what it does.
Once upon a time, there lived a very curious man. One day, while listening to the radio, he heard a tune for the first time. What was that track, he thought? But he had missed the name. Hey, wait a minute. He had an idea. What if he could see the music information as it was playing? He brought a team together and worked very hard and came up with Grab Radio, a radio application for the iPhone. It's so simple. Listen to the radio on your iPhone, love a song, then grab it directly from iTunes. No more sitting at your laptop trying to remember tunes you had heard earlier. Grab Radio wants you to break free from your PC.
So, in simple terms, Grab Radio is software for your phone, your mobile phone, that allows you to download tunes as you hear them on commercial radio. Thank you for listening. I'll now take your questions.
A classy and polished pitch from Angus. Some of our Dragons may not know their apps from their elbow, but none of them are afraid to ask questions. Niall O'Farrell takes the lead.
Hi Angus, I'm Niall.
Hi Niall.
I want you to explain to me the software behind it.
Okay, if you are listening to your favourite commercial radio station, you hear a tune you like. Whether you're at the start of that tune or whether you're at the end of the tune, you have the capability of pressing a button that allows you to purchase it there and then on the spot.
Is this up and running?
This is up and running. We've just launched it on the iTunes store, so it's available for purchase.
Hi Angus, my name is Bobby.
Hi Bobby.
Does it work on any phone?
At the moment, it only works on the iPhone, but in 6 months' time, we're rolling it out for all the other major mobile handsets.
And there are other assumptions then that I have an account with iTunes and all that other stuff. I have to have all that done, I assume. How do I pay for the song?
Well, 70% of all the music downloaded digitally is now done through iTunes. So there's a huge percentage of people out there that already have accounts. So it's a seamless exercise because you don't have to re-register. You don't have to become, let's say, a Grab Radio official user. You can actually go through your iTunes account.
Bobby nods sagely, but it's unclear how knowledgeable the others actually are in this particular area. Next with some questions, it's Sarah Newman.
So, I've bought a new iPhone, what do I do?
You download the application from the iTunes website.
How did you get on the iTunes website then?
You go through an approval process. You put your application through. They review it. It takes about 3 or 4 weeks. They make sure that it does what you say it's going to do, and then they give you approval. After you get approval, they will put it on the iTunes store for you.
Really?
Yes. It's as simple as that.
At no cost?
At no cost.
To you?
No cost to me, apart from the time you've spent going through the application process. Then what happens is, for every application that's sold on the iTunes website, they get 30%. You get 70%.
How much is it?
At the moment, it is €4.99.
And how many sales have you had?
600 downloads so far.
Did you write this software yourself?
No, I've partnered with a couple of software developers.
Whose idea was it?
Mine.
Okay.
Angus, I'm Gavin. Talk to us about the intellectual property here and how it's protected, where it resides, etc.
The intellectual property consists of trademark for Grab Radio, and copyright for the grab radio process. It's difficult as far as IP is concerned. The patentability of something like that is probably not applicable in this particular instance. So the idea is to keep ahead of the market, keep developing the product to make sure that you're ahead of the competitors. And in this particular market, that's quite easy to do.
It looks as though Gavin may not entirely share Angus's confidence in his new company, but Sean Gallagher has recognised the designer from a previous incarnation.
Hi Angus, I'm Sean.
Hi, Sean.
You are Angus of the Hokka speakers, audio speakers fame, is that right?
Correct.
Tell me about who owns this business or the software. You mentioned some partners, so how many people are at the table at the moment?
3.
And what's the sort of divide, roughly, in terms of how much have you got of it?
I have 51% and they have 49%.
And they're responsible for the software development?
Software development, correct.
Okay. I see 2 major challenges. One is you have a window of opportunity. And after that, it could be copied. So if you don't get market share in your own terms, grab market share really quickly, somebody could come in and eat your lunch.
When you look at applications, the key things you have to look at is, 1, what an application does. Make sure that that application is doing something that no other application does. So it's down to product features. It's down to how well you do a particular job.
Sure.
Amongst your competitors.
Okay. Thanks, Angus.
Like the early days of e-commerce, the field of applications has provoked something of a gold rush atmosphere. There is definitely money to be made, but will Sarah be hopping on the bandwagon?
I think what you're doing could be potentially exceptionally exciting. But I don't even have an iPhone. I'm a bit of an old-fashioned girl. I just like to make calls and text. I hope I'm not going to regret it, but I wish you well, and I'm going to declare myself out.
Thank you, sir.
Angus, how many iPhones in Ireland?
At the moment, there's 200,000 iPhones in Ireland.
What percentage of people with an iPhone listen to radio on their iPhone?
Okay, the latest Rajar results from the UK show an 8% increase.
I didn't ask you about the UK, Ireland.
The MRBI don't publish those results yet.
What's the UK figure percentage?
It's an 8% increase on last year. So when you look at the...
Angus, come on, don't tell us an 8% increase. It's an 8% increase on what?
It's
a tiny fraction of people are listening to radio on iPhone. You've got a fantastic application for people, but they don't need it or require it.
Okay, how come then that radio applications inferior to ours have sold millions of applications in the States?
For what?
For iPhone.
No. I'm going to pass on it. I'm out.
Okay. Well.
I'm going to decline the opportunity. And I hesitated there for so long because I think it's so good, and it's just, I don't know anything about this. I now want to endorse it. I think it's great, but I'm out.
Okay, thank you.
And so that leaves just Bobby Kerr and Sean Gallagher. Bobby may not be a world authority on modern interactive technology, but one thing he definitely does understand is the bottom line.
Can I ask about the projections? How much money are you expecting to earn?
Yes, for the first year, we're talking about making a loss of 49,000 euros.
On what level of sales?
We're talking about 150 grand's worth of sales. For the
That's okay.
Yeah. So then for the second year, we're turning over 850,000 euros.
850. How much are you going to make?
We're making a profit of 300,000 on that.
300?
Yes.
Okay.
Year 3, 1.94 million.
How much profit are we making on the 1.9 million turnover in year 3?
Your gross profit margin is 56%.
Okay. Well, on that basis, I'm going to make you an offer.
Okay.
I'm going to offer you 25,000 for 10% of the business.
Okay, thank you.
And so Bobby offers half the money Angus was seeking in exchange for the full amount of equity on offer. Both must now wait to see if Sean Gallagher is prepared to match his fellow dragon.
If I were to invest in the business, Angus, and naturally additional funding is going to be required, would my percentage going forward be diluted, or would it be held firm as part of those investments?
My objective would be to hold that part firm, Sean. But we would also have to look at our figures moving forward. If we're planning an aggressive launch on emerging markets, for example, we may all have to give up a percentage. If we have a situation whereby we've got a smaller percentage of a massive market, or a smaller share of a massive market, it makes sense to do that.
Okay, I'm ready to give you my decision.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the other 25,000 that you've asked for, and I'm going to match Bobby's offer of seeking 10%.
Okay. Well, I don't need any time to think about it. You've got yourself a deal.
Whoa, that's fantastic.
Congratulations.
And so it's smiles all round. Well, nearly all round, as Bobby waxes lyrical about his new partner.
And now he's an example of a technical guy who can explain things in a non-technical way.
And it's got global possibilities, so it's got all the ingredients. I just hope this cake bakes, I really do.
Angus, well done. That was fantastic. Sean really kept you waiting until the very last minute, didn't he?
He did, absolutely. I wasn't sure which way he was going to go, but Sean has fantastic experience on the technology side of things, and I really felt if we could get him on board, it would be a major coup, and we managed to do that.
Gavin lobbed in a bit of a grenade when he questioned whether people with iPhones listen to the radio on them. How did you feel when he said that?
Well, I knew I had all my facts and figures sorted for that, and when applications are sold in the quantities they're being sold on iTunes that are radio applications, I have every confidence that, we can achieve those same volumes.
Well, Angus, you've got two great investors in Sean and Bobby. Congratulations.
Thanks very much, Richard.